I get asked a lot is, how do I plan out a project? Do I even plan a project? How do I start one of my freeform textile art pieces? I figured I would just kind of lay a few new projects out and talk you through my thought process and how it evolves along the way. So lately I have really liked starting with a piece of felt. This is just cheap acrylic craft felt. And the reason, maybe it's because I come from a journal making background and a piece of felt was just the perfect size to use to make a journal cover. And I kind of was starting with that idea when I was doing something like this. This started with a piece of felt, and I just pieced together some lace and fabric and painted it, and then I did my stitching over the top of it. And so it was the perfect size that it could become a journal cover. But then I also realized that if I rolled it, it would make the perfect size to make a vessel like this. So that's exactly how this started, was a piece of felt that I worked on like this. And I like this size. It's something really easy to hold in my lap. If I'm doing it on camera, it's not so easy for me to go out of frame. One of the other things I like to do is maybe take a piece and cover it with stuff and then cut it apart, and then I can stitch it back together again on a piece of felt. So often what I'm doing is not really thinking about the finished project. Mostly it's about, what do I want to work in? What colors? I've been doing a lot of blues lately, and now I want to work in some different colors. So I went into the studio and just sort of put together some palettes, because if I just say, well, let's start with something green, and I haven't really, kind of limited my choices, I get overwhelmed. So I'm kind of thinking I want to do something foresty, do something like this. I could just take my piece of felt as a base, and I could just start piecing together bits of green. The nice thing about this size too, it's easier to finish, and some silk, and maybe I'll do something like this. And I can go over the edges, and I can either take my pins and pin this down. I can take my trusty little glue stick and, glue pieces down and then do just some really tiny stitches to hold it in place. Or I could get some fusible interfacing and do that. And I might do that with this piece, although I'm really liking the idea of maybe doing some graduated colors here. So I've got some lighter greens, and then I can already imagine just covering this with stitch like I did here to get all the different textures. Or I could get this all laid out like this, and then I could take some paints and just add some accent colors to kind of blend these lines together. Now what I did with this is I already pulled threads, and this is way more than I need. I made myself a problem probably with this, because that's way too many choices. But that's okay. It's still limited. It's not every green I have. I've got some lace, so I can definitely picture, I'm liking the idea of piecing this together and kind of going over the edges. And again, I'm not planning that this could be a journal cover or a vessel or a wall hanging, because a piece of felt's the perfect size for that background. So all of these go really nicely together. And I have a feeling, I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that this is the first one that I'm going to start on. Now here's another piece of felt. And what really grabbed my attention was this piece of wool that I had that just had some really nice tones. And I was thinking, well, this just might be really nice just to stitch on. Now I was already thinking vessels with this. And I'm wondering, I could make two smaller vessels. So, let's see, if I take a piece of felt, okay, this is my standard size felt, I know I can make a tall vessel. But if I fold it in half this way, I could make a vessel like this, or a small journal cover. And if I fold it in half this way, I would get kind of a short squat vessel. I kind of like that shape. So if I'm thinking in terms of cutting it in half this way, I could use this. Now see, suddenly I'm going to lose the felt behind it. That's fine. This could totally be it. Or if I wanted to stay larger, again, this is some great silk. I could start with the silk background, and maybe if this was going to be a tall vessel, I could do this. And again, I have these other pieces. I could go in layers. Maybe the silk goes on the top. And again, I could piece this together. And what I'm kind of thinking about on here, I really love this piece of wool. So I'm thinking I need to decide what size vessel I could make with this, or wall hanging. And see, I've already cut aside. I mean, look at, these are going to go beautifully together. I got to show these. So I was thinking vessels, but now as I'm looking at all these together, I'm thinking maybe it's a wall hanging because, I could work this direction and go vertically. I'm liking this idea. So I'm just going to kind of play with this. And so before I do any stitching, I want to get my backgrounds down, and I will just cut these apart and just kind of piece them together and decide, how they please me at this level. Then I can start to embroider over them, or again, hit them with paint. This one I don't think I will hit with paint. I think the greens I might hit with paint. Now here's another one. Here's the piece of felt. And I'll tell you, I grabbed this out of my stash because I absolutely love these colors. This is just amazing. I love it. And it could be a band on two different vessels. So if I was going to do that, I would need to piece together a background. And I might just use my felt as a building block. This is bits of wool. And I could just give myself some tones all over here. This might be a good one to stitch into a big piece and cut apart. And then when I have that stitched back together again, then put that over the top of it. And I've got some threads set aside just for those. Now this one, I definitely was thinking vessel. I was thinking, how could I show people an easy way to make a vessel? Well, again, I'm going to start with my piece of felt, and I have a piece of fabric that I know is going to cover the felt. So let's pretend that's already cut. And I know that when I fold this in half, it's going to make a nice little vessel. Nice small vessel. So really, I already have my background. I already know the size of my vessel. By having this folded in half, it's going to be nice and sturdy. And what I can do is just cut this to the size of my felt and then mark half of it, because part of it's going to be the inside, and do my embroidery along here. Any kind of embellishing, I'm thinking to go really quick and easy on this, I could just do a bunch of couching with some different fibers. And then when the design part is done, then I can fold this over and stitch it into its vessel form. So those are 4 projects I'm thinking about starting, and I confess I'm really being called to the green, but I might do this purple one first because I think it would go really fast and easy. And just to have a base fabric to start with, whether it is a solid piece of fabric like this, something you've pieced together, or something you've pieced together and then painted. So if you start with a piece of felt, it's a nice size for so many things. It's just about 9 by 12 usually. And again, this is just the cheap craft felt. You don't need to spend a lot of money on it. I think they're like, $1 maybe. It can become a journal cover. It can become a wall hanging this way. It can become a wall hanging this way. And it can become a vessel this way. And it can become a vessel this way. Here's your canvas. Cover it with fabric. Cover it with fibers. Cover it with stitch. Cover it with paint. Just take a piece of white felt and cover it with paint, and then you can go from there.